good, everybody? Welcome back to the Monday live stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm probably going to be catching some people coming over from Ross's live stream over at TLTG. He's still on the way finishing up his, so hopefully you guys again are doing well. Today I am wearing a brand new fragrance that I just got in, which I have a ton, and I mean a ton of fragrances. Here, let me lower this just a little bit. A ton of fragrances that I'm either got in today, on Saturday, or tomorrow. This is one of them. I just did my first impressions of it. It will be coming out tomorrow. This is the new Mugler, and it's Amen Stellar. It looks a little brown because of the warm white, but it's a warm white light I have, but it's a black bottle with a blue star. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, I will tell you some parts of the fragrance here in a minute. But let me know what your scent of the day is. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day, trying to get everything situated. We have Mike from Fragrance Fraternity that will be on here probably in about 10 to 15 minutes. But I wanted to talk to you guys, get through a little bit of the chat before we get him on here. We sent each other a bunch of fragrances. I put the list on my community tab today, but other fragrances I received in. Again, I did this last week on my live stream where we ordered from Venba. I got Lorenzo Pizzaglia's Sangria. Crazy enough, so I had a 1 milliliter or like 1.5 milliliter decant that I tried out, but you can't really get full wears out of that much, and I loved it. But when I got this in and I sprayed it on my hand, I was like, I still love the smell of it, but I don't know if it's going to be a good wear fragrance. I'll let you guys know that once I get some good wears out of it. Then I also blind bought what is right there, Parfums de Marly Greenly. I already have had that before, but I needed a new bottle of it, and it smells absolutely amazing. My wife loves it. And this was a blind buy. It's Bois Imperial by Quentin Bish. If I didn't buy this, I would be super upset once I did buy it down the road, because this was the perfect time for me to buy this fragrance, because I just reviewed Parfums de Marly CASTLEY, and everybody was like, hey, does this smell like Bois Imperial? And I've tried a decant before. I couldn't remember what it smelled like, but I can tell you, if you've tried this before, you'll know at least what pieces of Parfums de Marly CASTLEY smells like. While that one has way more citrus, it's brighter in the opening. You definitely can tell that this was either perfumed by the same person or they used the exact same oils. And now I also know what the note of Timmer smells like, which is, again, a spice, because it is all through this. I mean, the Akigala wood and Timmer mix is like what this is known for, apparently. And that is what is all through the mid and the dry down of CASTLEY. So if you guys want to know, at least in the ballpark of what CASTLEY smells like, Bois Imperial will definitely do that for you. And then I have a bunch of fragrances arriving tomorrow. One, I got, well, two of them I got from Scent Rush. I was talking to the owner. He gave me a really good deal on Torino 24 by Xerjoff, a brand new release that, from what Jeff, I just saw him pop in the chat, from SoCal Scents. Go follow him if you haven't already. But apparently it smells like mango bubblegum. And so I'm risking $135, which is what I paid for it, on him saying that it was good. And it seems like a lot of people are hyping it up, so I'm excited for that one. I also got Mebasu Passion Island, which is another one that I'm blind buying because I haven't tried that at all yet. And mango and bubblegum, not mango bubblegum, mango and bubblegum. And then I also have a trade. So if in my last live stream, if you saw Patrick, one of my subscribers that's always in here, he was talking throughout the whole live stream about how he wants to do a trade with me. And I don't really trade that much, but I was like, you know what? Why not? We ended up going from trading one fragrance for one fragrance to trading 6 fragrances for 6 fragrances, or 6 for 5. I can't remember what the numbers were, but I'm getting rid of a bunch of bangers like Isola Blue, Apple Brandy on the Rocks, a couple other things that, and Isola Blue I will rebuy, but I can get a good price on that. It's just, I think that was one of the fragrances that if I didn't put that in, he wouldn't have done the trade. I'm getting in return Creed Original Vetiver, Creed's Royal Oud. I'm getting Mind Games The Forward. I'm getting a couple other fragrances. They're blanking in my mind right now, but definitely some really good ones. So it was like 5 or 6 niche for 5 or 6 niche. So it was a really good trade, and those will be here tomorrow. The only contingency, because I've never traded with him before, the only contingency with that was that he had to send me all the bottles first, because I've never met him, and I'm like, you can find me easily. I'm on a channel, obviously, so I said, if you send me all the bottles first, I already have them packed up. And, oh, and I also included Baccarat Rouge 540. There was 2 or 3 other niche that he's sending me. Again, I don't remember what the other ones were, but the only 2 fragrances from the ones that I sent to him that I will rebuy are Apple Brandy on the Rocks, but I can get a really good deal for it, and I was planning on selling it anyway because Scent Rush sent me a free bottle of the 100 milliliter Angel Share, and I like to have, at least in the same line, I like to have the same size bottles. And so I had a 50 milliliter of Apple Brandy and a 100 milliliter of Angel Share, so I was planning on buying 100 milliliter of that anyway. So I'm going to rebuy that, and I'm going to rebuy the Isola Blue. But I don't need Apple Brandy until the fall anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, that is what's going on so far. But in about 6 or 7 minutes, well, a little bit, 5, 6, 7, about 7 or 8 minutes, we'll have Mike from Fragrance Fraternity on here. Let me see if I can get through the chat here. But anyway, what's going on? Joel won't be here, able to be there. It's no problem, man. You're always here. But have a good live stream. Send of the day is Room 105 Wave Child. Just bought. I'm not reading those. I know Ross had an issue, but don't forget to hit the little thumbs up. Yeah, everybody hit that like. Takes 2 seconds. I appreciate it. Oh, Gian. What's going on, Gian? How you doing, man? You just asked me in Ross's live stream. You said thank you. And I was like, for what? Because I never asked you anything. I don't remember what you were saying. This sound is really getting on my nerves. Give me 2 seconds. All right, there we go. That was getting on my nerves. I didn't like that noise. Last time I had a better one, but I accidentally clicked that one this time. Anyway, what's going on, Barry? 7 of the day is Zaharoff Signature Citrine. Apparently, they had a 125 milliliter bottle. I already have Citrine, so I didn't need to buy that, but it was available, and then it was gone like a day later. But hopefully you're doing well. What's going on, Newt? 7 of the day is Creed Royal Mayfair. I was saying Creed and Royal together. That one I have never even seen. They don't have it at my Nordstrom's. They have like every Creed but that. Always wanted to try it though. What's going on? D. Da Vinci the Poet. Nice name. What's going on, Jason? How you doing, man? What's going on, Marlon? Scent of the day is YSL YLA Parfum 2025. Really good release. Even though it took place of my favorite YSL, I have enough of that I'm not worried about it, but it's a really good release for what it was. I mean, it's the spring version of the Y line. Gentle Fluidity Silver, what's going on, Anthony? And I heard a lot of people like that. I'm not a big fan of Gentle Fluidity Silver. I don't hate it. I just think that, to me, a lot of people hype that out of control. Some people say it's one of their favorite fragrances of all time. It didn't do much for me, like where I won't buy a bottle of it, but I enjoy it. Just I wouldn't have bought a bottle. Like I was cool with the decant, and that was it. You pre-ordered the new Kayada Alfreson Untamed yet? Didn't even know that was coming, and I wouldn't have pre-ordered it anyway. I do like one clone every 3 or 4 months, and nobody has mentioned that fragrance on my channel yet, so I didn't even know that was coming. But again, I don't pay attention to Middle Easterns. The only time that I do is if somebody brings it to my attention and then like a bunch of people ask me about it. But yeah, I had no interest in that. Just like I had no interest in the Dumont Nitro Red Intensely. I don't really have any interest in that, even though Perfume Box said that they were going to send me one. I don't know if that's going to come or not. I honestly don't care, though, because it's probably going to be an intense version of the original, which I don't wear. It's nice, just I don't wear it. Long time no talk. Yeah, forever. What's going on, Johnny? Can you give us a preview, small preview, and your thoughts on the new Amen? Yeah, I'm going to do that in just a second, right before Mike gets on here. Well, I'll do it now, just because if he does come on, I want to have it done. So the new Amen. When I first sprayed it on, I just rolled my eyes and I showed my wife, and I was like, it's like, even though all the amens are pretty synthetic, I mean, they always have been, it's just they do some synthetic ones better than others. And there was a reason why most of them sold between 80 and 90 retail and 30 to 40 on discounters, because they do have a lot more synthetics. And while the pure malt was a really good one, and Havana was obviously that Naxos style DNA, I always preferred Naxos over Havana. That's why I sold my Havana away. I don't own it anymore. I actually sold both of my Havanas. But pure malt, that's my favorite one. I actually am in talks to get Ultra Zest from Cam from Coastal Carolina Parfums. I actually thought he was sending it to me for a while, and then turns out that he's not. But that was, he's told me to send him an offer, and so I'm trying to think of it. But I might be getting my hands on that, but I don't want to spend too much on that because I've heard it's not necessarily worth it. Like I said, synthetic. But anyway, this one, it opens up synthetic patchouli. It smells like the original Amen, if you just kind of almost like slightly freshened it up a bit in the opening. But for about 5 minutes, it's a just synthetic patchouli, and that's all it really is. It's a little bit bright. There might be some bergamot or something. I didn't look at the note breakdown, but it's very synthetic, burning your nose a bit. But once it starts to calm down, this stuff, it still smells like an Amen. But the more it dries, and once you get far into the dry down, that is where the pistachio comes out. And the pistachio comes out pretty full force, and it becomes a warm, semi-creamy pistachio fragrance that has that Amen DNA lingering underneath, and it actually gets really freaking good. But it's that first 5 minutes. I told my moderators and I told Jeff, I was like, I don't think I like this at all. I told Jeff it smells like poop. Like the first, like I was joking. I was like, it smells poopy. But that was my thoughts on the first 5 minutes. Once it starts to calm down, though, it literally just smells like Amen Phantasm from last year. If you replace that chocolatey vibe with pistachio, and honestly, the dry down for this is better than the Phantasm for last year. So I know a lot of people are going to like it, but it does have redundancy issues to other ones that have been previously been released. Like the dry down, to me, it smells like Phantasm or pure malt. If you just kind of removed either the booziness or the chocolatey vibe and you just replaced it with pistachio. And my wife really likes it. It's just, again, that first 5 minutes is just not good. It's a synthetic mess. But, I mean, it is what it is. It smells nice. But I know my first impressions, people are going to probably not like it because they're going to be like, oh, I ain't buying that one. Well, because my first impressions were the opening 5 minutes. But I did get to the dry down. I came back 30 minutes later and I was like, yeah, this is better. When is CASTLEY? May 1st. But Scent Rush will have some of it back in stock to buy a couple full bottles and then the rest decants before May 1st. So, yeah. But anyway, go follow Jeff over at SoCal Scents. Obviously, he's been on here forever, you guys know. Same with Mike from I Smell. What's going on, buddy? I get mostly plum in Torino 24. It's good, though. I've heard mostly mango from everyone else I've heard from. I haven't heard plum before. So, interesting. Yeah, I traded apple brandy, but I'm not going to wear it until the fall anyway, so I'll buy it by then. I was looking for a 100 milliliter anyway. Yeah, Royal Oud is great. I don't remember. I know I'm getting 2 other Vetiver scents. You guys were telling me to get Vetiver scents. I'm getting Gray Vetiver and Guerlain, or Gray Vetiver and something else. I can't remember. I'm most looking forward to Mind Gate. Oh, Sense of Wood, Plum, and Cognac. Speaking of plum, that was another one in the trade. I see Mike in the background. What's going on, man? I'll bring you in just a second. This is Mike, by the way, Fragrance Fraternity. Go follow him. He's going to be on in just a minute. But yes, Johnny Pump, Royal Oud is one of them. Original Vetiver is another. Mind Game's the forward, and Sense of Woods, Plum and Cognac, the Black Heart bottle. Those are the main 4 that I was getting, while the main 4 are the ones that I sent him. We also did like a couple small ones on the side, but Nothing major. Scent of the day is Masoni Wave. You know what? I'm just going to bring Mike on. We can just do the chat together. I mean, it's Mike. So anyway, here comes Mike. Hi, Mike.
What's up, everybody? Good to be here, man. Been looking forward to this stream for a minute. We're making it happen. Today's the day. Let's smell these fragrances. Randy, thanks for having me on, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. What's your scent of the day?
Scent of the day is the newly acquired Cologne Intense by Polo.
Oh.
I was texting Randy. I was at Ross. I needed his guidance whether or not to buy this for $27. It was a 40 ml. I'm really happy you told me to go ahead and snag it because I love it, man. I've been in love with this. I really just, this is me all the way. Love the modern fougere vibes. Love the ambroxan. Love the citrus going on here. Like an old school throwback feel, but it's modernized. Right up my alley. Thanks for giving me the go ahead to pick that one up.
I always said it's kind of like if you took the original Polo Green, which is real old school, and then you modernized pieces of it while keeping that vintage backbone. But you had it modernized enough so where it's still wearable in 2025. And I absolutely love it. I think it literally is probably one of the top 5 fragrances under $50 that you can find.
It's a major sleeper, and I'm happy I grabbed it, man. So I've been really enjoying that one.
What's going on, Scented Paradise? Just saw you a second ago. David Webster, what's going on? Scented today is Masoni Wave, which I know Mike probably has tried. Have you tried that?
Yeah. Oh, that is I think that may be the best cheapy summer fragrance you can buy. I really love it. I'm a sucker for that scent profile, and I've probably gotten through half a bottle of it. Yeah, major recommendation.
It's better than, to be honest with you, better than the other two it's compared to, which is the Versace Pour Homme, which that's good too, and the Allure Homme Sport. I think the Masoni Wave is the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, I'll take it over the Versace, but not over the Chanel. I mean, I am a little bit of a quality snob, so.
No, I mean, I can't fault you for all 3 of them are good. It's just I was going more based on you can get the one for $30 and the other one's like 150. And so as far as the smell, I would rather prefer that, but I own all 3, so it's like a moot point at that point. But anyway, me and Mike usually send each other decants, and then we try them on the live stream. This time we were a bit overzealous because we sent so many bangers and so many, like a lot of times you'll send things away and be like, hey, I want you to try these. This time we let each other look and see which ones we wanted to pick. And I think that's what's more fun about this because, I mean, Mike was like, are we waiting until the live stream? I was like, yeah, we should. And then he's like, actually, I tried this. I was like, okay, I tried this one. He's like, I tried these 2 as well. And then I also put this one on my arm. I said, I think you're going to Nosmic. Anyway, you might be going to Nosmic, but I also sprayed this one and this one.
There's so much fire, man. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, chat. I had to try these. I couldn't have them in my possession and hold off, but it's good. I've learned a little bit. I can tell you a better perspective than just first impression.
I still haven't found the one that I don't like yet. Because I know that Mike's decants, he sent me these ones, these little pill ones. And sometimes they're good. I mean, they look nice, so I can't fault you for wanting to send them. But I've had 3 people send them to me over the lifetime of my channel, and all 3 of them had leaked. So just based on my experience, they leaked. But I did find out it was the one that was leaking more than any of them, and it just happened to seep through all the packs. But 2 of them leaked, one bad and one kind of bad. And the one that leaked bad was the one that I liked the most, which good. I've already talked about, and that was Khaltat Night, which it still is only like a milliliter. I mean, not a crazy amount.
Okay.
And then there was also one that I hated, and I don't know which one that is yet. I've got through 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them, but I still have like 5 left.
It'd be like Russian roulette, finding the one that you hate, so that'll be fun.
Did you try all of them?
Yeah, I tried them all.
Yeah, I figured you got around to all of them.
I also have a lot less like stuff coming my way than you do, so you got more going on. So I give you that benefit, though.
If you guys didn't know, Mike is a very, and I mean very talented DJ.
I appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Because he is, he told me he was a DJ when I first talked to him. To you, obviously. But I'm talking to the chat. He told me he was a DJ when I first talked to him. And then I forgot. I mean, obviously I forget a lot of stuff, but I forgot about that until we were talking about it the other day. And I'm like real big into like the Swedish House Mafia, Avicii, stuff like that. And he started sending me a few of his, a few demos of the things that he's done. And man, they are fantastic. I mean, it sounds like, I told him, I said, I didn't know whether to walk around my house pumping my fist like Pauly D or doing like from a movie, one of those slow rave scenes, like where they're in slow motion. I was like, I didn't know what to do because he got some good music, but this is about fragrance. But I just wanted to let you know, he's a really freaking good DJ.
I
So
appreciate the love, my guy. I really do, man. Thank you.
if you're in the LA area, contact his channel. I'm sure he'd come out.
Come find me.
Come find him. What's your favorite Bond number 9?
Ooh, you know, I don't have that much experience with the house. The ones that I have tried, though, I like Scent of Peace and I like Bleecker Street. And I like that New Harlem one that you've mentioned before. I've tried that one. I like that one too.
Pancakes and syrup, kind of hard
Yeah,
not to
a
like
lot
the
to
smell
try
of
though
it.
still.
Yeah, I'm not big into Bond number 9. I also haven't tried as many. Scent of Peace Natural. Both of them I tried. I liked. Only one I didn't like was Bleecker Street. I also tried a couple of the bangers. I can't remember, like Greenwich Village and Hamptons, and those ones didn't really blow me away like I thought they were going to. But the only one that I bought a full bottle of, and I would buy Scent of Peace, but there's a lot of fragrances that smell like that nowadays, so I'm not really too worried about it. Jeff said, Havon, the fragrance fragcom dudes love way more than women. That is true. That DNA, the patchouli DNA of the Mugglers, are not a women favorite. If you look at from Phantasm all the way back, the only one that I have heard is actually a fan favorite with women is Ultra Zest. But that's because it's a different, it still has the patchouli, but it's a fresh orange fragrance, which, well, I mean, sounds like not many people can hate that. Had no idea they had a new Amen. Yeah, I was trying to get through the damn chat before you got on here, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to. I talk too damn much. So let's get into the first fragrance. Let's just talk about some of the ones that we have, that you have real good experience with already.
Yeah.
So which one do you want to choose? Let's start with Parfums de Marly CASTLEY,
Okay.
since that's the newest one.
So yeah, this one, I don't know, it just didn't really wow me. I thought it smelled good, but I think the thing is that with Parfums de Marly, they just have so many like fresh fragrance bangers that when I think about Percival, I think about Sedley, you know, I think about Greenlee, just these real heavy hitters on the freshies. This one just didn't really match up to par with those, I feel like. It is good. Does it give you a little bit of a Ganymede feel at all?
So Essential Parfums, Bois Imperial. I'm guessing you haven't smelled that.
No.
It smells like Ganymede, but like
Okay.
with a less, like Ganymede almost has a slight more woodiness to it, but all three of the fragrances are in the same realm. CASTLEY smells like Bois Imperial, but brighter, and it's almost like you have a level of maturity, and it starts with CASTLEY, it goes Bois Imperial, and then it goes Ganymede. And while none of them are like overly like crazy mature, I mean they are, but not like heavy. I'm wearing leather and I smell like a farm or something like that. But they're all three of them are in that same realm where if you have smelled one of them, you'll kind of know what the other one smells like. And I knew you were going to say Ganymede when you said, what's that smell like? And I thought you said you hadn't tried Bois Imperial. So yeah, Ganymede and Bois Imperial and CASTLEY all have that same, especially once it hits that like 30-minute mark. That's where it really gets into that almost Ganymede smell.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I would actually prefer this over Ganymede. I'm not the biggest Ganymede guy. That one's a little bit challenging for me. But I think if you want something similar to Ganymede, a little bit more wearable though, something a little bit maybe more mass appealing, easygoing, you could go with this and it'd be a really good alternative if that's something that you're into, that kind of DNA. But
It also has the lemon oil from Sedley mixed together with a few other citruses, but you can smell it's the same lemon oil from Sedley, especially in the opening.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking also when I first tried it, I was picking up a little bit of Sedley, like the citrus, and a little bit even of Galloway, some like that, the
Hmm.
freshness that Galloway provides. I get a little bit of that in there too.
Yeah, they're using pieces of the same oils that they use in the other fragrances in their line, and then they're kind of combining it. I don't know who the perfumer is because not all the information's released, but Quentin Bish did the perfumery for this. Some people are saying that Quentin Bish is the perfumer for this, which would make sense, but it hasn't been announced. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it's not, because I think that if Quentin Bish was perfuming it, they would want to announce that first. Don't you think? Because he's like one of the biggest perfumers that is out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's so nuanced with these brands and what they're thinking. I don't even try to figure it out anymore. I just take it for what it is. But overall, really good release. It may even grow on me over time, but
I
like, not a
actually,
love.
I was going to talk about Khaltat Night and have the decant, but I forgot that my daughter took it from me and it's in the other room right now. My daughter really likes Khaltat Night, by the way. She wore it to school
Mm.
today.
Oh yeah.
But Khaltat Night is a fragrance that he sent me. Here, I don't want to put it on the screen. I don't want to ruin the live stream, but it has like a Hershey Kiss, gold Hershey Kiss looking top to it.
Yeah.
And it has a, if you guys have ever smelled, what was the fragrance that I told you it smelled like?
Um, well, it kind of smelled like one of the ones you sent me, and also it kind of smells like Wajan
Oh
mixed with
yeah,
a little bit of angel share maybe too.
yeah. I said it smelled like fruity Parfums de Marly Wajan, just not with that over Oriental spiced floral that they have in Wajan. Yeah, see, it's like a gold Hershey Kiss.
Yeah.
Um, I know it's like supposed to be after those buildings over in like the Middle East or whatever, or
Right, right.
Russia, that they have the tops to it. But if you guys haven't tried Khaltat Night, I gotta tell you, that fragrance is like a 9 out of 10. Maybe an 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. But if you want a fruity version of like Wajan or Sugar Leather, which I'm guessing he's going to talk about here in a second,
Hmm.
um, the Khaltat Night is definitely top of the list of everything that you have sent me.
The Khaltat Night, it's a funny story the way that this one kind of I found out about. Basically, I'm sure you remember, and a lot of people in the chat remember the conversation about French defense. Like everyone's, we were all going crazy over it, especially, I don't know, 6 months or so ago. But Joel Matrix was always saying, okay, if you guys like cherry, you got to try Khaltat Night. And I feel like he was just like yelling into the void. Like no one was giving him the time of day. No one was really hearing him. And I was like, you know what, Joel, you've led me down the right path on some great fragrance discoveries. So I'm going to just gamble. I'm just going to blind buy this one. And
It's
it was a
funny.
banger, man.
It's funny because the one live stream, Joel doesn't show up for like 4 months, and he's not here when you're talking about it.
That's true. But you
Uh,
guys give him his flowers later. But he put us onto that one. That one. I also get a little bit of like this apple candy. Cinnamon apple Yankee candle is what I meant to say.
No, I
Uh,
get that too. Yeah, I mean it's a mixture of different fruits. I definitely smell like a plum and apple, but yeah, there's like a candy-like vibe to it. But the way that it's blended together, it's fantastic. And that cinnamon, the way the cinnamon comes off in all of those style of fragrances, it almost has like if you mix that cinnamon with a fruitiness, it comes off a bit like candy.
So yeah, definitely. But even more so, if you guys want more of the candy, you can go with Unome Nomad. Nomad, not sure exactly how you say it.
Yeah, it's
But
Nuit
sugar
Nomade.
leather. And this is so beautiful. I did a fragrance meetup on Saturday morning. Some LA frag heads we got together. We swapped decants and stuff. I had them smell this one. Everybody was going crazy over this one. And
Hmm.
there were a lot of fragrances there. Like,
So the
man, this is
fragrance,
a banger.
I should have probably got them out, but then I wouldn't have had any room. Where the hell is it? I think it's right here. Tink. This is Un Nuit Nomade. There it is. Sugar Leather by Un Nuit Nomade. I bought this 3 months ago with your guys. You guys were picking what fragrances for me to choose. And we chose Sangria, but it was out of stock. So I had like 30 minutes to make my choice before my gift card expired. And I ended up just choosing this because it sounded neat, and I got it in. It was $99 at the time. It's $109 now, but this fragrance is probably worth $150. It's Basically, for me, it's if you took Soma Halcyon, you mix it together with Wajan, and then you wrapped it together in like a soft leather snuggie. It's
Beautiful.
amazing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Mike, and I was like, "This is the one that I want you to try." He tried it. He was like, "Yeah, I love that." And then he texted me the next day. He's like, "I went to a fragrance meetup, and everybody loved it." I was like, "I've been trying to tell people on my channel, but nobody's bought it because I can see what people buy using my link,
Hmm.
and nobody has bought. Well, one person bought it the day I talked about it, but nobody else has bought it. If you guys want one of the better
Y'all
fragrances that
sleeping
are in
on
the
it.
genre, you're
Don't be
sleeping on it.
sleeping on it, y'all.
It's a fantastic fragrance. Oh, speaking of Bond number 9, I just found out from Joel. Joel sent me, not Joel, sorry, Newt and Mo in my moderators chat. They sent me a decant that I can get from this guy on Facebook of the new Bond number 9 Green Point. Apparently, it's supposed to be what's that fragrance that has the pear in it that everybody's going crazy over right now? That Art of the Universe is a clone of?
Oh, Blue Talisman.
Yeah, so apparently it's supposed to be a less floral blue talisman with like a greener top or something like that, but it's pear, pimento leaf, cardamom, marine notes, magnolia star, jasmine and rose, and musk, cedar roots, amber, ambretellide, moss, and vetiver. But from what I'm hearing is it's supposed to be a less floral version, and Bond number 9's version of that.
Damn, that could be really good.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting a decant of it, but I bought so much stuff. I mean, I even bought that freaking Imaginary Authors, that cherry pie fragrance that I sent on my thing. I don't know if you saw it. It was their April Fool's joke that everybody was like, "Are you serious? That was an April Fool's joke?" And they were like, "Well, if you really want us to make it, we'll make it." And so
Hmm.
they made it. It's a limited edition, but it's supposed to be cherry pie and coffee. So I went and bought that today because it came back in stock. So I've spent way too much money lately, and I don't know if I want to get even a decant right now is like too much because I have like 30 bottles of fragrance on the way.
Dang, yeah, that's a lot. That I mean, yeah, it's easy to get out of hand with this hobby, but that's kind of how it goes.
Especially as a reviewer.
Yeah. What's one that you haven't tried from the ones that I sent you, or did you try them all?
Gian said, I'll tell you in a second. Mike
Okay,
told me he's a fancy hotel tester.
that's what they think. They think I stay at fancy hotels. They think I'm like this bougie guy, but they really don't know. They don't know the truth, but trying to maintain an image.
um, so I know the one that you want me to try, so I will try it first. And I already
Okay.
know what you're thinking in your head. We talked about this a lot of times before, but I never tried it. From a house that I've never heard of before, from the House of Beau.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Or is that what it is? The House of Beau?
Yep.
And it's called Oro Verde.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Beau Oro Verde. And I believe, what was it that you said was in it? Is it one of those cannabis ones?
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it, but yeah, there is cannabis. It's not too prominent. I love this one, and I'm just interested to know what you think about it. I've never smelled a fragrance like it.
Oh,
I
you
think
didn't
it's
have to ruin it because I watched your review for it.
okay. All right.
I watched your review for. I mean, this was like a month ago. If you 2 months ago when you did that top 10 list, and then I commented on your post on the video, and I said, "Ooh, I want to try that one. It sounds interesting." But I've never liked a cannabis fragrance before, so we'll see how this one goes. There's definitely not as much cannabis as I thought there would be.
Yeah, it's more in the background.
There's definitely a little bit of spice, of some herbs, a little bit of a fruitiness, but it's not a fruitiness that I've smelled in fragrance as much. Almost like a cucumber melon. I need to spray this on skin. I actually like
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of a unisex vibe. But the thing that caught me about it was it just smelled so unique to me and just unique and so appealing. And it was one of those fragrances that I just bought immediately.
Is it watermelon?
I rarely do that. I don't remember the exact note breakdown. I can look.
It's I don't know. Is that clove or it smells like there's like clove and fruitiness mixed together with greens and herbs.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't get.
definitely some aromatics and spices going on.
I really enjoy that, man. That's really good. That's a great spring scent.
Yeah, definitely. Good call on watermelon. There is watermelon in the notes.
It smell. I was thinking it was like a cucumber melon accord, but the last time I saw that was I don't know what was it, like Paris Hilton fragrances. That was like
Hmm.
the last time I saw a cucumber melon accord, and so honeydew or watermelon, somewhere in that range, but it's mixed in and it's blended so nicely. But on top of it, you get some kind of I don't know what the spice is, some kind of clove mixed together with maybe basil and rosemary.
You're on it, man. Your nose is really impressive. Basil. I'll read you the whole notes. Top
What's the
notes:
spice? Oh yeah, what's the spice?
cannabis, mate, and bergamot in the top, and then middle note is basil, watermelon, and vetiver, and then base notes are palo santo, ambergris, and moss.
Okay, so the mate is what's coming off to like the clove for me. It's the mate mixed together with the yeah, it's the mate mixed together with the basil. I could have sworn there was rosemary in this though, or some clove, but this might be the way. I love it. I'm gonna give this like an 8.5.
Hell yeah,
How,
man.
how much is it?
It's kind of pricey. I think maybe 140. Don't quote me on that. I bought it during Black Friday. Um, and they have two different bottle sizes. I'll show you guys the bottle. Might as well since we're talking about it.
It has a cool looking marble cap.
Yeah, the cap is really heavy, but this is the smaller bottle size. It's got this gold plate. It looks pretty nice. But the bigger one is even nicer. But really, this cap is it almost feels like granite. Like I don't know if it is or what, but
Yeah,
it
it looks
is.
like a marble countertop.
This thing is beefy, like really heavy and feels premium.
I was gonna say I was trying to find a shopping link
Oh,
for it, but it wouldn't show up. But it was because my computer's using Bing. Bing won't show you anything. Oro Verde.
I
You
think it's
guys, if you,
also one of the only niche brands from Mexico, which I thought was really cool.
yeah, I can't find it anywhere except for Twisted Lily for the small one for $175.
I believe I bought it from their website. Let's see. Yeah, it's crazy expensive right now. It's 365 for 75 ml, which is nuts.
That means that they're having either shipping issues or that it was discontinued.
Yeah, it says 175 for the 40 ml, and I don't remember what I paid, but I think Black Friday was like closer to maybe 125 or something like that.
You know who would like a fragrance like this is this guy. Oh, can't click on him. Mike from I Smell. He is real big into those green fragrances, and I usually in him and I don't see eye to eye with a lot of fragrances because he likes the more fougères, and while sometimes we do see eye to eye on things. I mean, we've had some great recommendations back and forth, but as soon as I smelled this, I was like, this is something that was right up his alley. But I wouldn't recommend it for $365.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that expensive.
But the $175 for what? Is that a 50 mil?
40.
Eh. Because I mean, if you think about it, like Burberry fragrances now are 175. So I mean, this has the quality to it. If you guys are looking for something that is like, it's totally green for sure. That's what the like. I don't smell much of the cannabis, but I'm actually kind of happy I don't smell much of the cannabis to it. Um, but if you're looking for something green, herbaceous, and spicy that has this nice fruitiness that's just mixed together, which again comes across like some kind of melon. I was guessing with watermelon. I had no idea. It was either that or cucumber melon. And that's what it smells more like to me, like a cucumber melon. But
Oh,
yeah, it smells great. It has
yeah,
this
the
like
mate really comes out for me as well. And this thing projects like crazy. Like you spray it on in a room, you come back to that room 12 hours later, and the room is still filled. Like this thing spreads like wildfire, man.
oh, it's definitely strong. But I gotta say, I mean, it even has that aromatic earthiness to it, which again probably is stemming from some of the ambergris and mate mixed together. But it smells great. I mean, it's really good. I can see why you wanted me to try this so much.
This is gonna be my spring signature.
Yeah, I
No
can see
doubt.
why.
Yeah.
My spring signature is well, I have two, and one is Imaginary Author St. Julep, I've always had that as my spring signature. But then my other one is an actual signature, and it's Dior Homme 2021. I've always had that as my spring signature, but for 2022, it was my year signature. And this year, I need to pick what my year signature is. I don't have one yet. I don't know what it is because I've been wearing so many damn fragrances.
Yeah.
Dan Not the Man said, I got Bois Imperial delivered today. It's a great fragrance. Mike, did you get a new mic? I did notice that your mic sounds really good today.
No, but my mic setup is better for live streams than the recorded content. I just got a pop filter on it, but it's the same mic. But thank you.
And also, it probably sounds better whenever you're hearing it next to me, because now I'm wearing one of these wireless mics so I can talk to you on a live stream. But whenever I do my solo live streams, I use my my stand mic because it sounds better. Stand mics always sound better, but it sounds really good. It sounds like noise cancellation and all that. But what's the next one you wanna talk about?
Yeah, so the next one is one that I've been kind of on no buy. I don't know, who knows, but whatever. I only bought one fragrance last month. I was really proud of myself, and I bought two fragrances, including this Polo Cologne Intense, which I'm really happy about. But I only bought one other fragrance this month, and it was through a hookup that Randy provided me that I won't out right now. But thank you, Randy, for that connect.
You're welcome.
And it is the new Spicebomb, guys. Let me tell you, when I saw Randy's review on it, I was like, okay, I might like this, but I definitely want to try it first. But I didn't have any really expectation about it, but I knew I wanted to try it because it sounded like something that was in the style of fragrance I enjoy, a nice, cleanly type, easygoing work scent, perhaps. And then I tried it. And then I wore it. And now I'm really excited to get it because this is 100% my jam. I love everything going on here. I love the muskiness. I love that you still get that Spicebomb DNA. I love, like, I don't know if it's lavender, but it's got this nice soapiness to it, this really nice cleanliness going on. And it's got some lasting power. Like, this thing was projecting 3-4 hours in, and I just felt amazing wearing this.
Yeah, see, whenever I was doing my first impressions, I thought it was lavender too. But it turns out that it's a laundry-like white musk that's bringing that soapy vibe. Apparently, that's what what they had on like the Victor and Rolf website, is that it was a laundry-like white musk. So
one of the better fresh, spicy fragrances that I've tried.
If you guys haven't tried metallic musk, there was the owner of Scent Rush who sent me the bottle. He said if you have anybody that wants it, like I offered Jeff and Mo and a couple other moderators, and then Mike. He had a couple more of the bottles that he sent to me that were for sale for $80 or something like that. And so Mike doesn't have to out him because he was cool with me talking about it anyway. So, but he hooked Mike up with a $40 discount on the retail price of the bottle, which, if you guys haven't tried metallic musk, he still has some bottles in stock for a decent price. It's not released yet, but if you like Spicebomb, but you want it to be less spicy, but more of a clean Spicebomb for the spring and fall, I think it's great. I think it's if anything, it's the closest to a signature Spicebomb.
Yeah, I really enjoyed wearing it. I've been kind of into like the soapy clean lavender scents lately. Been exploring some different ones, Signature Noir, Masculine Pluriel, and I've been getting into that. And then I tried metallic musk, and I was like, man, this is perfect timing because I've been getting into these soapy clean fragrances hard right now.
Yep. It has been there's been a lot of soapy clean fragrances that I've tried lately. I don't know as far as like new releases, but I've tried a lot of soapy clean fragrances, and I am also getting into a lot of them. Like whether it's the ginger or it's the lavender or like Invictus Parfum that came out last year with the soap in it. I mean, a lot of the soapy fragrances that have been coming out have been pretty damn good. Jeff said the Nitro line blew up because they paid tons. Yep, paid a ton of people. Oh, speaking of that, and I'm sorry to break up the conversation, Mike. I have to talk about this. I was in Ross's live stream, and Ross wasn't talking about it, so he had nothing to do with the conversation. But there was a bunch of videos posted over the last couple weeks about the brand new light blue EDT coming out in the new bottle. And a lot of reviewers, especially the biggest one right now, at least that's people come and talk about it on live streams, is Jensen's, just talked about it, and Curly talked about it, saying the new light blue EDT smells completely different, that it lasts like 16 to 18 hours. They're all listing all the differences. Jeff has tried it out. I have tried it out. A couple other people I know have tried it out. It smells like 99% the same as the other light blue, if not 100%. I mean, if anything, I got like maybe a little bit of a sweet patchouli in the dry down, but like it was so not noticeable. And for them to say this was a beast mode fragrance, it literally smells the same and it lasts almost the same. It might last an hour longer, but it's light blue. The notes in it, unless they were like overly oily and overly synthetic, they're not going to last 18 hours. So I don't understand why people are saying that. But it's basically just a repackaged light blue that might have some better performance because it's a new batch. And so I honestly don't understand why people are saying that. But I wanted to cut you off for a second because there's people that actually do believe that. Whenever they hear people talking about it, these big reviewers, people go out and they're like, oh, I really want to try that out. But little do they know, it's the same thing. And those reviewers most likely are getting paid a ton of money. And I actually heard through the grapevine that there is a big Dolce & Gabbana light blue campaign going around that Dolce & Gabbana is paying a lot of people. But yeah.
Hey man, public service announcement. So
yeah, seriously.
let the people know.
All I can do is speak my truth on it.
Let me have you try Commodity Milk Plus. See what you think.
Oh, I already tried that one. I forgot.
Okay.
I got a package in last year from Commodity, and I didn't realize that the one was Milk Plus. But I sprayed that on yesterday, and I was talking to Jeff, and I was like, oh, wait, I actually got this as a package, and I forgot. So sorry about that.
It's all good.
They sent me a PR package with the original Commodity. Oh, wait, it wasn't milk. It was juice and juice plus. Okay, let's try milk. Never
Okay.
mind. I was getting them confused. It was Commodity juice and juice plus.
It's pretty strong, so just warning, fair warning.
Is this the one that I think I'm going to hate?
I don't know. I don't think you'll hate this one.
No, I don't hate this one. Smells familiar, though. Definitely has that lactonic smell to it, obviously. It's Commodity milk, but what the hell does that smell like? It smells like a lactonic version of something that I've smelled before and didn't love. This is the one that I didn't like.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I can't even smell what I get from it.
Yeah, it's super strong. Maybe it's blowing you up, but to me, it smells like a marshmallow. Like if you ever wanted to just smell like a marshmallow, this is what you go for.
Yeah, I can smell that, but the thing is, it smells like a marshmallow, but there's something on top of it that I don't like. I like the undertone to it that smells like the marshmallow, but there's almost like this burnt, like it's on fire on top of the marshmallow. That's what I'm getting from it. Like,
interesting.
That's why it smells very. I need to see the note.
I mean, there's some amber and woods in it, so maybe just the way that those are coming across smells like smokier to your nose.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You already have the note breakdown up.
Yeah. Top notes are marshmallow and milk. Middle notes are white cedar extract and musk, and then base notes are woody notes and amber.
Yeah, where the hell am I getting this smoky nuance from?
It's really creamy, milky for me.
Yeah, I get
really
that.
get like an ice cream vibe. It is kind of unisex. It's definitely a gourmand. It's kind of on the synthetic side, but it was a love. I bought a 10 ml and I had to go back the next day. This was a couple months ago. I think around Valentine's Day, Sephora was having a sale, and I got the 10 ml of it and I tried it on, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this 10 ml to my brother. I'm gonna go get a full bottle because this is the best, one of the best gourmands I ever tried. For me, I really enjoyed them. Just smells like a marshmallow.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, I don't know what it is for me. It's not hitting the spot for me. I can smell the marshmallow that you're talking about, but for me, there's something on top of the marshmallow it smells like smoky, like it's like the marshmallow is on fire but burning out.
No worries.
I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It's just it's not something that I would personally see myself wearing. But I'm gonna come back to it because the reason I keep smelling it is because it's going in and out of that kind of. I think it might be the woods that is causing that to feel like that, like the burnt tone to it. But I don't know. I it's not one that was the one that leaked that I could smell because now that I smelled that kind of burnt feeling to it, it's exactly what I smelled. I don't know why I get that from it. I want to see if anybody else does.
We'll keep
Exactly
it
this
moving.
because I like I like the commodity milk. It says someone saying it's milk, but it's with way more spice and amber.
Yeah, I haven't smelled the original one. I've only tried this iteration. And I've heard that the actual regular version is better. This one is way more amped up. And I'm more of a fan of like really beast mode fragrances more so than you are. I know you don't really love your fragrances to be just like ridiculous, and I get that. And I have some that are more chill too, but I also don't mind if they're beastly.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of ones that you can smell across the room because, for the most part, I'm in tight spaces with my family, or if I am down working, that's pretty much the only two things that I do. Because I work 50 to 60 hours a week, and so most of the time I don't want something that's going to be overly projecting. But I wanted to give a shout out to Novice Knows. He's going to be on my channel in 2 weeks. Next week, I'm going to have Ross from TLTG and Mike from Day 3 Perfumery, or Day 3 Fragrances. They're going to be on my channel together as a collaboration live stream, and then we're going to have Novice Knows most likely the week after. I told him to contact me. I told you to contact me, and then he didn't. So hopefully you can give me a call or a text afterwards and get it figured out. And welcome to Moe's. Anyway, what's the next one?
The next one I'm sniffing on right now is Babycat from YSL, man. Oh my gosh. I've been wanting to try this for years, and this is everything I hoped it would be. So good.
Where the hell is my camera?
I think this is my favorite vanilla scent that I've ever tried, really. I mean, it's perfect. It's a 10 out of 10. There's nothing to possibly tweak about this to make it better.
Nope. Have you smelled Eau d'Ambre leather?
I own it, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's basically it's like a Tom Ford's version of this, just with a little bit of leather.
Yeah, and it's like a third of the price, so I'm just sticking to that for now. I do find that one's a little bit thicker and a little, even though it is still fresh, but just the initial opening of that one, it carries a little heavier. This one is, sometimes you get these really high quality fragrances. It's so smooth. It's just
They have this
smooth
aura.
experience. Yes.
Yeah, yes, and there's nothing that you can really say. It's just you have to try that fragrance to know what we're saying. There's a certain level of fragrance quality that when you smell it, even if they do use synthetic oils, it's the way that they blend it that when it comes out, but this one smells legit like they put real vanilla beans into it. I mean, it's one of the best balsamic vanillas I've ever smelled in my entire life. I mean, if not the best. And that's why I own this and not Dombre leather. I was so torn on buying one or the other, but you do not need to own both unless you're like a huge collector like that. But I don't like to carry redundancy if I can avoid it. And for me, Babycat, I bought that first, thank God.
Yeah, either way you're set, but Babycat is a masterpiece, and I understand the love for it now. So thanks for letting me try that. I really enjoyed that one.
When you said you hadn't tried Baby, I was just throwing shit out to you. And whenever you said that you hadn't tried Babycat, I already was filling a decant before you said that Babycat. before you said that that's exactly what you wanted. When you told me you hadn't tried it, I was already filling it up. I was going to give it to you even if you didn't choose it. What's going on, Sun Devil? Dior Homme Sport, great choice, unless it's the older one, which I'm not a huge fan of. And what's going on, Vincenz? The nose behind this fragrance is Adriana Medina Bays. The top notes are cannabis, mate. We already have the note breakdown. Thank you for that, Vince. We are way far behind, but hey, it is. It is what it is. So the next one I'm going to try, or not try, but I'm going to talk about it because I've already tried it. just to get it over with because I love it. Mike said that he likes it. He isn't over the moon about it though. It's Bvlgari Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. I've been wanting to try this for so long. I've been obsessed with tea scents for as long as I can remember. The tea is my favorite warm weather note out there. I mean, that exists. And this one, Bvlgari Pour Homme EDP, if you guys have not tried it and you like the style of DNA that you get from Wulong Cha, Nishani Sun, the Sunday Brunch from Kieran, those fragrances have the same style of DNA. And I need to spray this on. I just like it too much.
Yeah, I feel like I undersold that one a little bit overall, and I didn't expect you to like it as much as you do. I'm glad you do. I enjoy it, but it doesn't like wow me. But I really like wearing it to the gym, though. It's kind of been my gym go-to.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you take that tea and you mix it to like the tea from the ones that I mentioned, and you mixed it with that kind of soapy, more grown-up feeling that you get from the original Bvlgari Pour Homme. And that's what I love about this one is that while it does, there's a lot of tea scents out there that when you get them, you're immediately like, yeah, that's Wulong Cha. And you hear that all the time. I say that a lot because there's a lot of fragrances right in that realm that are Wulong Cha with a twist. And this one, while it has the tea similar to that of Wulong Cha, the background and the whole fragrance are not that because it has that soapy nuance. It has that Bvlgari Pour Homme, but it's modernized. And as far as a spring fragrance, I'm picking this up immediately. Like I think that I gave it a 9 out of 10 when I was talking to my wife. So
Nice.
I like it. So it's my style. And it's like 100% the style of fragrance that I'm obsessed with. So I understand why I gave it a 9 and why you probably give it like a 7.5 or an 8. My guess
I
is
hear
that
you. It just wasn't that different from the original. I felt like, because I've worn a whole bottle of the original. The original is actually what got me back into fragrances after years. I was like 21 in a club and I tried Bvlgari from 1995 or whatever, Bvlgari Pour Homme, and I was like, why did I stop wearing fragrances? They're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I really like this one. It's just kind of similar, and I don't know. I've had so many crazy experiences with the fragrances over the last year, so many mind-blowing scents that when I got that one, I was like, okay, yeah, this is good, but it's not
Yeah, you
like,
were underwhelmed by it. Yeah, I haven't worn Bvlgari Pour Homme for probably a decade. And I
yeah.
don't even like it was when it first came out. I didn't know much about it. I tried it and then I wore it and then now I haven't come back to it. So I don't remember quite what that one was about. But it's just I remember it having some soapy tones. I don't remember the rest of it. And then this one just I mean if whether they are redundant, I don't know. I just know I love this one.
Yeah.
But I totally understand where you're coming from.
So one that I will 100% be buying as soon as it hits discounters is Boss Bottled Bold Citrus.
I am shocked by that.
This is an amazing 45-minute experience. And I don't give a shit that it only lasts 45 minutes. I don't care about performance. For me, smell is everything at this point. If I want something beast mode, I have beast mode stuff. But this citrus is nuts. I love citrus fragrances, and I've tried some really good openings. Thank God I've had like some cool experiences with fragrance. But man, this is next level, especially from a designer. This is incredibly good, man.
You
Even
ever?
just to like wear it out of the shower for like 30 minutes and then spray something else. That's all I would
Yeah.
use this for.
Because once you get to the dry down, once you get to that 45-minute, because what he's talking about is the 45 minutes is pretty much what I've said, what everybody who's tried has said. The first 45 minutes of this fragrance, the citrus is there, and then it's not after that. And when you get after that, it's just very generic. You can spray anything on top of it, and it would smell great as an undertone. And so it doesn't matter. But have you ever tried the limited edition Marine?
No, I have not.
So I need to send you that next time because over the last 3 years, they have released 3 fresh fragrances, and every single time the opening was probably the best opening of the year, and then the dry down was just super generic. And
Man, that's
so,
so good.
yeah, the opening of that, like I told Mike, I said, I'm just gonna wear big pockets, like in the summer, I'll wear cargo pockets, and I'll put my bottle in my shorts, and then every 45 minutes I'll just respray it. And
I
it's
do carry a bottle with me, man. No shame. I love to respray and just keep it projecting, brother.
I mean, when you have 513 fragrances sitting behind you, it's like carry a bottle with you. I mean, you
I
know
know
what I
you got
mean?
to stay strapped at all times. You shouldn't. There's never a time when you shouldn't be smelling great. There's no excuse with how much fragrance we own. We need to be smelling great at all times.
Somebody sent me this already, Alexander. It was one of my moderators. It's Randy. I just saw the best video. Look up. I sold fart spray a perfume at a perfume convention. Did you see that video?
No.
Someone sold fart spray at a perfume convention. One of my moderators sent it to me. I didn't watch it, but I was planning on it, and then I forgot about it completely. So Mike, so far I have smelled Oro Verde. I have smelled Commodity Milk Plus, which when you were in the middle of talking, I went like this and I was about to talk. Commodity Milk Plus I like now. I told you
What?
I had to come back to it in a second because I
Okay.
could see I was going in and out of that. It's gone, and now it's marshmallow. It took a second for it to go away. I could see that it was doing waves for me. I don't know what was going on. Maybe it's because it wasn't on skin; it was on a tester paper. But and then I smelled it. I was like, yeah, that's marshmallow. So if you want a marshmallow, roasting a marshmallow, that's what it smells like. So yes, I do like that fragrance now. I just don't like the opening, so I won't buy a bottle. And which for me, I mean, I'll spray it on skin just to see if that opening smells the same to me. But what I mean, we've been talking for 10 minutes and I'm already liking it. So who knows? I mean, if I find a good price, maybe I'll buy it. It is a really good lactonic semi-powdery gourmand with some sweetness in it. Very marshmallow. But anyway, I talked about that. Commodity Milk Plus, Oro Verde, and then Bvlgari Pour Homme EDP, which Mike, again, I think you'll like Oro Verde, and I think that you'll like Bvlgari Pour Homme EDP. And then Mike has tried Sugar Leather, CASTLEY, and what was the other one?
Babycat, metallic musk, and bold citrus.
Yeah, Boss Bottle Bold Citrus, which again, 45 minutes of greatness, and that is what Boss Bottled Freshies are all about. 45 minutes of greatness. Carry the bottle around. I sent Jeff when Boss Bottled Marine Limited Edition came out. It's frosted apple and cinnamon is the opening. Fantastic. And then you get to the dry. It has some mint in it too. You get to the dry down. It smells just like a generic Boss Bottle. It still smells nice, but it's super generic.
Yeah, I'm not even mad about the performance because there's no way it smells this good and lasts a long time. You know, it's just like not possible.
Yeah.
For it to be like that bright and airy and then also last 10 hours. It's just there's limitations to what they can do with fragrance at the end of the day, you know?
It's hard for me not to put it in my top 5 designers so far of the year just because of that opening. You know what I mean? Like, even though there's other fragrances that for the length of the fragrance are better, I think that this one, just because that opening deserves like at least the number 5 spot for me right now. Probably at the end of the year it won't be on it, but now I'm gonna try. Oh, I want to try that You or Someone Like You.
Ooh, nice.
You Are Only You, or is it You or Someone Like You?
Yeah, it's called You or Someone Like You from État Libre d'Orange.
État de libre d'orange. All right. I know nothing about this fragrance. I always thought that every one of their fragrances had orange in it. That was just because of the name, Orange. I always thought it was orange.
Apparently there was some country that existed called Orange, and now they're just like trying to keep the country going through fragrance. Long story short.
That's fantastic.
Do you get Torino 21 vibes from it?
I get Torino 21 vibes, but not as heavy on the mint.
Okay.
The mint is there. I mean, the mint is there, but Torino 21 to me, because of the herbs underneath the mint, it pushes that mint even more forward. This one has, is it pear?
Not sure. I love it though. I've been wearing it a lot.
It kind of reminds me of Torino 21 with the pear from that fragrance that I keep forgetting the name of.
For me, it's like a mojito. I know some people use that description for different fragrances, but this is mojito vibes for me all the way. Very sparkly.
Yeah, it's a tad de libre d'orange, You or Someone Like You. And I got to say, this is fantastic. I mean, this is amazing, amazing. This is the best one I tried so far.
Nice. Yeah, that one's a banger, man, and it's affordable too.
You're not wrong. It is a mojito. I just need to see if there's pear in it. You or Someone Like You. And I have an issue. You guys can blame me. I don't care. I always read when I type. I don't do it at work, but I do it when I'm at home. I always read when I type. I can't help myself. So it's Etat Delibre de Oran. I'm going to mess that up so bad whenever I'm doing it in a video. Okay, so there's no pear. It is mint, grapefruit, bergamot, and anise. Mid notes of green notes, cassis, rose, and hedoin. Rose. Base notes of white musk. I need to make sure my wife doesn't have a little rash from this because of the rose. That's pretty disappointing. But the hedoin definitely makes sense, but I am shocked that there is no pear in this. I get like a background of pear or something. I mean, there still could be, but it's probably the bergamot grapefruit mixing together with the rose and the cassis underneath the mint. But like you said, it smells like a mojito. So if you guys want to smell like a mojito, I mean, this is fantastic. It legit smells like a fresh mojito that you're getting at the bar. It has that mint, but it has it like that muddled mint smell. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. I was on a search for a mint fragrance. I was like
Oh.
trying to find the one for me. And then I tried maybe 2 or 3, and that was maybe the second or third one I tried. I was like, yeah, this is the one. I'm going with this one. Really loved it.
Oh, I love it. I think I might like it better than Torino 21.
Yeah,
So Mike said he wasn't overly impressed with bold citrus. Smells pretty redundant to stuff I already have in my shop. I haven't smelled anything like the opening.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't smell exactly like Pacific Chill, but it's kind of in that realm. Like it does smell like an LV fragrance. Maybe like a little bit of Greenlee, a little bit of Pacific Chill, something in that style.
The You Or Someone Like You?
No, the bold citrus.
Oh. Do you have the You Or Someone Like You on you?
Yeah.
You spray it on, wait a couple minutes, and then think of Pacific Chill.
Oh, I put that in your head.
You put it in my head as I was smelling it, and it does because of that mint and fruitiness. It has a vibe. I mean, it doesn't smell exactly like it, but it smells almost like if you mix Torino 21 with Pacific Chill.
Yo, this is amazing.
It's so fucking good. It's like one of the best fragrances I've smelled in a while. Wow.
Yeah, try it on skin, man. It's crazy.
I don't know where the hell to spray right now. Where is it? You Or Someone Like You.
Or later, whatever.
No, I think I found a spot.
Oh, man. Crazy work.
Oh, this is real. How much is this?
It's not too much. It's like under
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah, usually they're under 100. I mean, why am I keep going to Bing? Who uses Bing? Yeah, $68. So I will buy that fragrance. Thank you for that. This is the best one I've tried so far, and it makes me want to try more from the house because I haven't tried any from the house. This is the first one.
Yeah, that one is their easiest one. The house is kind of known for challenging scents. This is like their easygoing one. I tried almost the whole house, and I like this one. And there was like two others that I thought were good too. What was the other ones that I liked? One was a suede one. I could tell you about them, but I Am Trash was pretty good. That was like an apple one, but this one was by far the best one. There was also another one called Remarkable People that had a really good champagne accord, but this one and Remarkable People were the two best for me.
Have you ever tried the original?
The original? No.
Yeah, it was just called Attached Libre Orange, and it was like self-named, and that was the first one I ever saw, but I've never tried it. Never tried anything from the house, but I'm kind of glad you put me onto this one. While it is drying, I still love it. I'm not going to say it's better than Torino 21 now, though.
Yeah.
The opening, I think, is fantastic, and I still think that it is fantastic. I think it smells, just like you said, like a mojito, but it does have pieces of other fragrances in the community. I don't get for the Bottle Bull Citrus, I don't get the Pacific Chill thing, but for this, I did for a minute. It has just a piece of it, but yeah, I think that if you're looking for a minty, like a naturally muddled minty fragrance, this is great. It has a fruity backbone, or a citrus backbone.
I get a little more green in the ELDO than the Torino 21. A little more green.
Yeah, this one's starting to, as it's drying, the mint is starting to pop a lot more, but it's a different kind of mint. In the Torino 21, it's like it's a natural mint, yes, but it almost has a syrupy mintiness to it. Well, this one smells like muddled mint leaves. That's the way
Yeah.
that at least that I smell it. That's why it really gives it that mojito vibe.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
anyway, go ahead with the next one.
Okay. What should we even do next? So I guess we'll get this one out of the way. But I know you're a huge fan of Strong With You Freeze, and that's your favorite one in the line.
Yep.
I don't know. This one just didn't do it for me. I find it kind of smells like the Valentino fragrances to me. And maybe I'm just so used to this profile that this one's like throwing me off because I get a little bit of the Strong With You DNA in there. It's not present, but it's hanging out in the background. Definitely taking away the vanilla here and just a lot more citrus, a lot more like of a woody citrus feeling to it. But I just couldn't see myself wearing it over the other Stronger With Yous. Like if I wanted this particular line, I would wear the other one. But I could see why you enjoy it. I did enjoy wearing it. I just I found it weird because maybe I'm just too used to the other ones in the line and the overall DNA.
Hey, if you don't like something, you're a lot. You're, that's why fragrances are so fun. Because if I love something, somebody else might hate it. Like, cause you know how many times that I've posted for Stronger With You free since I got it, that people were like, you know what, I actually don't like that one, or someone's like, yeah, I agree, Freeze is the best in the line. You have two people on both sides of the fence. It's, do you love the warm ones or do you like the cool weather ones? It's to me, I like the Stronger With You Freeze. While I still like all the other ones, I think Freeze just has something that the other ones don't have, but obviously you don't get that. And that's what fragrances are so fun.
I mean, I like it. It doesn't smell bad. Definitely. Like if I
It's
smelled
just
it,
not, you find a lot of redundancy to things that you wouldn't buy in the first place.
kinda. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I totally get that. And when you actually said you almost ruined it for me the other day,
Shit.
when you said it smelled like a Valentino, and I texted you back and I said, you know what, it does. And I was thinking to myself, God damn it. And so then what I did was I went in the other room and I got a bunch of Dove and I washed off everything I was wearing at that time and I sprayed myself in Strong With You. I was like, all right, I don't get that anymore. Fuck Mike.
I keep my negative comments to myself, my hate
No,
myself.
no, but you did. You put it in my head because I'm very like whenever someone tells me something about a fragrance that even if I've owned it for a long time, that they said, "Hey, do you think it smells like that?" Almost like when you just said the Pacific Chill thing, and I was
Yeah.
smelling that, it just clicks.
Yeah.
And for a second there, it did, and it smelled like Yellow Dream a bit, and it also had that kind of like Valentino Uomo intense vibe, and I was like, but
Hypnosis.
yeah, it's just I don't know why it does that to me, but it does. But anyway, Cheeky Smile.
Mm.
Oh, before that, I will tell you, he also sent me. We don't have the whole time to go through all of these, but
Yeah.
he also sent me Dolce Melodia
Ooh,
by Sospiro, and I think that this fragrance is
fire.
phenomenal. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Whenever you first spray it on the first minute or two, you're gonna judge it and say it's probably leaning a bit feminine, but it's only be that first 2 minutes. After that first 2 minutes, it really just twists and turns the other direction, and it has one of the most beautiful kind of like orange, like fresh gourmand smells to it. Almost is the way that I can put it. To me, I said it to Mike, and I don't think it smells like this fragrance, but to me, it reminds me of almost like an orange version of Edition Blanche if you took away the lemon from it, because it has that kind of background, the sandalwood and the musk that you get from Edition Blanche. It has that background. It's just you take away all the lemon and everything that makes Edition Blanche, and you replace it with a beautiful orange mixture. And I absolutely love the fragrance. And it's going to be the second Sospiro that I ever pick up.
Yeah, that one's such a banger. I can't stop spraying it. I actually wore it Saturday night and I probably sprayed it like 30 times. I just could not stop spraying it.
Yeah, it's great. And it works in the heat and it works in the cool weather.
Yeah, for me, it's like you're drinking a glass of orange juice. It really will make your mouth water, like citrus in high definition all the way. Florals,
Exactly.
musk, just beautiful, absolutely beautiful citrus fragrance, and it
Uh,
lasts a long time.
Someone just asked me any updates on the Blue de Chanel Lay exclusive. So I'm just gonna say this the last time, and then I'm probably not gonna talk about it ever again until it actually is released. The person who came in last year, 5 months before the release of Superleggera, said that Superleggera wasn't coming out until September 7th. I was like, dude, that's 5 months from now. There's no way. It came out on September 7th. So then that same person, that on his second comment on my channel, commented on my Bleu de Chanel Le exclusive post and said it's coming out in the beginning of fall, early October. And so that's all the information that I have. The guy was right last year. I have no reason to not believe him this year. But from what I'm understanding is Bleu de Chanel Le exclusive isn't going to be until fall. So not anywhere close to now. And I just found out what fragrance I don't like. And it was not that one.
Okay.
The commodity milk, because once it got to the dry down, I had to think about it, because if it did leak, I would have had the dry down smell.
Yeah.
It's Cheeky Smile.
Yeah. I thought that one might be challenging. And that one's a kind of a weird one. I really didn't like it at first either. It took me maybe the third or fourth time I wore it, because the first couple times I was like, yo, this is just so strange. Like, this is odd. Someone
That's
described
exactly
it as smelling like TV static. And I was like, yeah, it does smell like TV static.
it does. I don't actually know how to describe the fragrance.
It's a weird one, man. It's all synthetics. It's every synthetic note. There's no, it's ambergris, amber wood, amber this, amber that. It's so odd. And it's elusive too, but I don't know, man. I started wearing it. By that third wearing, I was like, this is different, but I really like it all of a sudden. And I got a full bottle, and every time I wear it, I swear people go crazy over that stuff. It's just a
Well, because
wild.
it's like the amber's real strong in it though. Like, and
Yeah.
it's not one of those soft ambers you get from like Grand Soir or Blonde Amber where it's like real soft and rich and mixed with vanilla. This is a in your face, strong, musky amber.
Very much so.
So I don't know how I feel about it, but I do know that this is, now that I smelled this one, as soon as I sprayed it and you were still talking, I could smell it while it was on the, and it's not something that I would, out of all of the ones, so the commodity milk opening, it had me thinking for a second, but I do like that fragrance now. I still really like it, but I don't think there's any way I could get to somewhere in this fragrance that I would like. But I will try it out for you since you sent it. But
No
yeah,
worries.
it's a very strong amber musk, but not the kind of amber that I like. And so I don't actually know. Your buddy saying what he said about the fragrance actually kind of makes sense. TV static. It
Yeah.
says that I'm trying to see what it's compared to. It says Juliet has a gun, because I know amber musky fragrances. My wife is obsessed with them, but it doesn't really smell like any of these fragrances. Like Not a Perfume by Juliet has a gun. Baccarat Rouge 540. I don't get any of that from this fragrance.
Yeah, people say that, and I'm just like, what are you guys talking about? Like, maybe like 20%, but I'm not a big BR 540 fan, and I like this one, but I
Why is it
understand why
changing?
you don't like it at first. It's definitely something that is more niche. Like,
Yeah,
definitely more niche, and it takes time to get to know this one.
it's very simplistic too. Like there's
Yeah.
not much going on with the fragrance, and so it's like, but it is changing weirdly. It's like changing to the point where it's softening up a bit.
You think it
Uh,
smells so weird at first, and then over time you're just like, I don't know why I like this, but maybe I like this because it's so different.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
it's called Justbox Cheeky Smile,
Yeah,
Jeff.
cheeky smile.
Cheeky Smile by Justbox, and yeah, it smells weird. I can already tell it is changing, but it's one of those ones that I feel is almost like the ones that it's compared to, like the eccentric molecules. It's something that just doesn't work uh,
Yeah, so this
until
brand,
you get
everything is
to.
based off of music. So every bottle has a different genre. So this one is based off of acid house. And I don't make acid house, but I do make house music. So I was like, all right, this is kind of like a must own for me. Um, and this bottle glows in the dark, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Do all of them glow in the dark?
No, just this one.
That's crazy. How much are Justbox fragrances?
Uh, They vary. I actually just bought one for my sister-in-law for her birthday called Good Morning. Guys, like that is the best aquatic light blue kind of unisex fragrance I think ever. Um, she's a big fan of When the Rain Stops, and she's like, I want a fragrance for my birthday. Like, get me a good one. And I was like, all right, I got you on the next one. So I got her Good Morning, but
Is
they're like
Justbox a thing in LA?
no, I don't even. I just found out about them online. Maybe I did. No, I got their discovery set. That's how I found out about them. You can get a discovery set. You get like 40 of them, and it's very affordable on the discovery set, and they're really high quality. A lot of them do lean feminine, but they got some bangers. Like they got some really good ones. It's definitely worth doing a video or checking out at some point.
Yeah, because I have never heard of Justbox until I think Jeff mentioned it or somebody mentioned it a couple days ago, and then obviously you sending it to me.
They're the
So
sister company of Costume Nacional, if you know that brand.
I know the name. I've never tried anything from them though. Gian said, "Do they have them in Hawaii?" I honestly don't know. I mean, I know most companies ship to the lower 48. It all depends on what the company, or I mean, I bet you can buy them from a site that sells them and sends to Hawaii. Like I know Venba sends to Hawaii, but they don't sell Justbox. You just have to find a site that sells. Because I'm looking and it seems like Justbox is on some discounters. So you just have to find which one and which one sends to Hawaii. So, and then Delight said Dolce Melodia is nice, but it was too femme for me. Gives me a Hawaiian punch vibe. I did Canon 5 milliliter and sold my bottle away. So I told this to, did I say it to you, Mike? I said I can see people, and I will say it in my review whenever I get a bottle. I can see people getting this in and saying, this is a feminine fragrance. I don't like it. There's other people that are going to smell it and say, this is femme for the first minute or two, and then give it a few wearings and then realize it's actually straight in the middle unisex, maybe leaning one way or the other, depending on your style. But for me, it's straight in the middle unisex, and I think that it's probably, I mean, it's like an orange pie almost. I really enjoy the fragrance.
Yeah, very creamy and photorealistic. I understand why you said gourmand. Just photorealistic orange juice type smell for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like Edition Blanche. It's a semi-gourmand. It has that kind of it's leaning there where if you smell it, you could compare it to a lemon cream pie, but it doesn't really smell like a lemon cream pie. Boss Bottle doesn't smell like an apple pie, but I can see why people put that towards it, especially the EDP Intense. I mean, because they're not an apple pie. If you want to get something like that, you're looking more closer to Parfums de Marly Wojan or Angel Share for a cinnamon bun. But it's definitely up the aisle of a semi-gourmand. I have, I'm going to pick one of the three, and then you can do one of the three, and then we can finish up here because
Sounds
my
good.
daughter's got to get to bed.
Yeah.
But go ahead, pick one of yours.
Yeah, so one that I really enjoyed that I've been wanting to try for a long time is Loewe 7 Cobalt. And I've heard really good conversation about this, and everybody that's kind of tried it has loved it. And I mean, I like blue fragrances, and I like to use them because they suit my casual kind of day-to-day lifestyle. So I get a lot of use out of blue fragrances. And I own a lot of good niche blues. So I'm always looking to try, another blue fragrance that maybe will be at the top of that list, right? And this one is definitely up there. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy wearing it. It is everything that you think it is. But I actually prefer this to Bleu de Chanel because it's not as heavy on the incense. I don't find it's as smoky as Bleu de Chanel. And that woody smokiness on my skin or maybe my nose, whatever, it just does not work for me. It never has. I know that's like blasphemy to say, but Bleu de Chanel is just not for me. I think it smells better off other people. I've smelled it at events where I've smelled it in the air off others, and I was like, oh, that smells really good, but I know that's Bleu de Chanel. But when I try it on my skin, all that smoke and resin, it just smells really funky and weird. This one doesn't. This one cleans it all up, and I really enjoy it. I'm in kind of like overload of blue fragrances right now, but if the day comes where I see this one and it's a really good deal, I'll probably scoop it up because it's just really everything you love about Bleu de Chanel without all that smoke.
I call it a fresher, airier version of Bleu de Chanel. That's just the way.
Exactly.
That's the way that it seems to me, and I agree with you. I'm in an overload of blue fragrances too because when you own a few blue fragrances, especially designer blue fragrances, you pretty much know what most of them have to offer, and you only really need like one or two of those. But then there's like 300 out there, and this one, it fits the mold of all of those while being cheaper, half the price actually of a Bleu de Chanel. So I think if you don't own Bleu de Chanel and you're looking to pick it up, I would give the decant of this first to see if you would prefer this, because I think at least 8 out of 10 people are going to prefer this over Bleu de Chanel. That's my opinion, though. And obviously, it's yours.
First offering from Loewe I tried, though, and I got to say, good quality. So, thumbs up.
I tried 3. I have 3 behind me, and all 3 of them were great quality. I only liked Loewe 7 Cobalt. The other 2 I did not like. I don't know the names of them, though. They're somewhere behind me, but they're in my decants, my like 900 and some decants that I have behind me. Yeah. One of these days, I'm just...
smoke, Mo.
Fragrance Fraternity doesn't want all that smoke. What are you guys talking about? I'm looking, and we got Blaine, be quick on your feet. We got Gion saying you cannot run a penguin, no problem.
Animal Planet.
Yeah. So do you want me to try? I'll give you the choice to let me.
Okay.
The only one I didn't bring with me was the Oasis Mist.
Okay.
I forgot to bring that one, but I have both Manceras, Fig Exstasy and Amore Cafe.
I think Amore Cafe you may find more special, so I'll have you try that one. But you should try Fig Exstasy a different time. But it's
I am gonna try Fig Exstasy another time. Those were the last 3 that I hadn't tried. The 2 Manceras and the Oasis Mist. Is that one good?
It is good. It is good. It is more mass appealing. It's a simple fragrance, pineapple, lavender, and it's got a bit of that like dryer sheet type freshness. But it's unique, but very mass appealing at the same time, which is weird to say.
I think that you made the right choice. I can smell this in the air already, and it's I mean, I like gourmands, and so you chose the right one.
Yeah, this one's more special.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
This is good. This is going to be the first Mancera I've picked up in 2 years. Oh goodness.
Yeah, man.
That's one of the best coffee fragrances I've smelled.
That and La Tacita de Cafe are my 2 coffee fragrances.
It kind of has vibes of that too.
A little bit.
It's like a caramel coffee.
It's on the gourmand side with the coffee, more like kind of the way La Tacita is.
Mm-hmm.
But you get this amaretto, I believe, that liqueur, and it was so funny because I discovered this one. I was kind of trying to find a coffee fragrance, the same with the mint. I was on that journey, and I bought La Tacita de Cafe. I was so hyped about it, and then I tried this one in a store, and I was like, "Yo, hold up! Did I just fuck up?" Like, because Amore Cafe is so good, but it just come out, and thankfully now you can get it discounted. But it's one of my most worn from this past winter for sure.
Well, this is good because you probably know I have my list for things that I pick up each season. This is going on my fall list.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up for the fall and winter because I don't need to buy it right now. It's not going to do me any good for the spring and summer. But I'm between picking this one or the Etat de Libre Orange. I can't even say that.
Yeah, the ELDO you'll be able to wear in the spring and summer. So that one you should probably get before. But for the fall, Amore Cafe is amazing. I've been wearing it more than Tonka Cola lately.
Oh, I hate Tonka Cola, so I'll definitely wear this one more.
Yeah.
But I was saying I'm between this one and the ELDO as my favorites from everything you sent me. Not including, I think my favorite one out of all the ones you sent me is the Khaltat Night, but my daughter has that right now. So I would say as far as ranking the ones you sent me, I'm going to put the Khaltat Night as number 1 at a 9 out of 10. I'm going to put the Amore Cafe and the ELDO at an 8.5 out of 10. And Dolce Melodia around an 8.2, and then the Bo Oro around an 8.2. Those are my favorite ones you sent me.
From what dude, there's just so many bangers we sent each other. This was a great decant swap.
It really was.
Babycat probably takes the top spot. I don't really rate fragrances, but I just Wolf right now. I give it a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's anything better that could possibly be done with that. Probably the next best would be Sugar Leather, and then metallic musk and bold citrus right under that.
You could clump them all in for purchases at some point in time because they're all really, really good. The only one that you probably wouldn't purchase is the Babycat, right? Because you have the Tom Ford.
Yeah, and also maybe not the sugar leather just because it is kind of similar to that Khaltat Night.
Yeah.
I just have two others that are too similar. Otherwise, I would. But metallic musk, I already bought, and bold citrus, when it comes in discounters, I'm very interested to buy as well. So,
See, I'm surprised that you get the sugar leather Khaltat Night comparison. I think that they have the same base DNA, but I think that the top of them do something different. I find them wearable for the same situations, yes, but I find them completely different. But Mo said, don't forget Coffee Addict, dude. So there's two different types of coffee fragrances, in my opinion. There's the ones that are trying to smell like coffee, and then there's the ones that are trying to be a gourmand fragrance with coffee as a blend. And while Coffee Addict is the best, if you're looking for something that smells like you're walking into an espresso bar, yes. But Amore Cafe is it's up there with Coffee Break as being, just based on what I've smelled so far, as being one of my favorite coffee fragrances I've ever smelled, as far as like a gourmand coffee. And thank you, Mickey, for the $5 donation. Bleu de Chanel is not for me, but I love Chanel Allure Homme Sport Super Legera, and so does my girlfriend. Well, that's good because they're two different DNAs. One is the Chanel Allure Homme DNA, but like the Super Legera, which I actually found personally, Super Legera is my least favorite Allure Homme of all time. And Bleu de Chanel, for me, the EDP is the best. I think it's the best of both worlds, but I don't think I wore a Chanel in the last year. But I appreciate the donation. I'm glad that somebody's enjoying the Super Legera. Do I still have Super Legera? I think I do. Because I never sold it. It's just, I forgot that I even owned it because I don't like it.
yeah, it's good. I mean, all the Allure Homes are good, but I agree with you. They're all really good.
And the last question, Gian said, do you like Toomey Continuum? Do you like Toomey Continuum?
I do like Toomey Continuum. I think it's a very solid tobacco fragrance, and now that it's been discounted, I think it's a good pickup. It's not really the time of year for it that we're getting into, but a very, very nice woody tobacco grown man type shit. I like it a lot.
Well, I do know that Gian wasn't listening the last two live streams. Well, way to go, Gian. Probably doing something else. But last two live streams, I actually went into a breakdown of Toomey Continuum because I said that it's the only Toomey that I love. And it's the one that I need to pick up in the fall, but I wrote it on my list. And that's where I was talking about my list and everything because Toomey Continuum's on that. But I do not find it anywhere similar to Tonka Cola. I think they are 100% miles apart.
Yeah,
I don't think they're anything similar.
Yeah, no. Tonka Cola, I got way more cherry and sweetness and amber and Coca-Cola. With Continuum, I only smelled it like once, but I remember thinking like, okay, this is like
Warm,
tobacco,
spiced
winter
tobacco,
time,
amber,
woods.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And last question, this will be for both of us. Not a question, but I just want to follow up on Mo's thing. He said his favorite blue designer is YSL EDP. What is your favorite blue designer?
Oh, my favorite blue designer. I need to go through and re-rank them, but the last time I did a ranking video, I ranked L'Homme Les Parfums as my #1 blue designer. But I do love YEDP dearly.
Interesting choice. Because I'm not a L'Homme fan. I own 4 or 5. I think L'Homme Ultime is my favorite from that whole line, but L'Homme Parfum, that's definitely a good choice for me. My most worn is YEDT. My favorite is YLA Parfum, the black bottle.
Yeah, I love that one too. And
It's
I think
hard
the
not
new
to
one
talk
smells
about.
pretty good as well.
It's in my top 3 designers of this year. It's just it replaced my boy, so I can't like it. I mean, I love it, but I can't be happy because it replaced the best blue designer in my opinion.
I hear you.
All right, well, all right, Mike. Anything last to say before you head out?
I just want to say thank you for having me on. Thank you to the chat. I appreciate you guys. I see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Randy, wish you all the best, man. Keep going. It's been awesome to see your growth this year. I know it's going to be a big year for you, and I want to thank you again for having me on. And I'll be watching and supporting. And guys, don't don't be afraid to tip your bartender, the fragrance dude, Mr. Randy
Appreciate
B.
you, Mike. Yeah, well, having you on the channel, I mean, I'm sure we'll probably have each other. Either me on your channel or you on my channel in probably another month or two again. And it's probably going to be a continuing thing. As long as you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. I like having people on the channel that it's easy to talk to. Because like whenever you have someone on the channel and it's just like personalities clash and it just doesn't work out. But you're definitely not one of them, kind of like Jeff and other people I've had on here. But anyway, I appreciate you coming on. If you guys have not, make sure to go follow Mike at Fragrance Fraternity, which I will link in the description of this video on the replay. If you're checking in on the replay, make sure to hit the like. And again, yeah, follow both of us. And Mike, it was always a pleasure. You guys have a fantastic evening. Peace. I forgot to say, let's get it.